There we go. I just wanted to follow up on that last video. When I was trying to figure out, I don't know what I was trying to figure out, but when I said to, how to wait, but not wait at the same time. And then I realized, I think that's going slow. I think that's the balance of going slow. And so you're not going too fast, you're not going too slow, but just enough of a pace where things can still, there's still this sense of unknowing what will unfold, and you're still being cautious, responsible. Yeah. I think the space, time and awareness, right? Space, being able to take space, even when you're in relationships with others, right? I think taking space is really important. Taking space. And, I think we develop these ways of doing life based on our family constructs, right? What we learn in our families of how relationships evolve, right? How they present themselves to the world, whether it's a cycle of, continued maybe domestic violence, or if it's a cycle of, where you put yourself last and put others first. If it's a cycle of not putting your weight and just expecting other people to do things for you. There has to be a balance. And I think sometimes taking space to reflect within, without other people, is really important, for you to reconnect with who you are, right? With who you are inside, and whether or not the choices and the actions that you're taking and the words that you're choosing to say align with that truly. And yeah. So I think that's what I mean by space, and I think the time part is the taking it slow, right? Being able to practice those lessons, practice what you've learned in the moment, right? Because if there is no interaction at all, then you're not really practicing it. You're kind of stuck almost with all this knowledge but no practice. So taking things slow, I think, is definitely important, an important part of that process, to be able to practice what you learn. And then awareness, right? That lends itself. If the pace is good, if there's enough self-reflection, and then the interaction presents itself and the pace is good, then you're able to catch yourself, right? Your ability to be more self-aware in that moment lends itself for a change of how to do things differently, how to do life differently, how to do relationships differently, how to break the cycle. That's really what it boils down to, right? That's the goal. How to break that cycle, that history, the pattern that has been ingrained in all of us for so many years, whatever that pattern is for you, right? I mean, I know what it is for me. And what do I need to do differently this time to get it right, or at least not necessarily perfection, but at least to head in the right direction, right? To improve my chances that this time around things will be different. But what exactly that looks like, aside from those three things, I don't know. I don't know. You would think I would know, right? I mean, I am in mental health, but I mean, when you're in it, I mean, you're in it. You're in it. And sometimes it's hard. And you know, I'm only human. I'm not perfect. Sometimes I think I am. Just kidding. Um, no, I realize that's one of the areas that came up recently in a conversation with someone. How I struggle asking for help. How I struggle asking for help, and you know, I need to remind myself that we're not meant to do life alone. We really aren't. We're meant to do life together, to hold each other up in, you know, when parts of ourselves can't, and vice versa. I was reminded this morning of this concept of Ubuntu, this African belief concept, and I'll add the links in the description box. But it's so beautiful. It's such a beautiful concept, and it ties into this whole interconnectedness. It truly does. And it's so beautiful, and I was reminded of that today, and you know, wanting to remember that, even, you know, when I have those moments of just wanting to jump in so quickly, I forget that I'm also affecting the other person involved, you know, that continued realization of how my thoughts, feelings, and actions affect other people. Needing to be more mindful of that moving forward. Which means I need to keep my emotions in check. and if it truly is the moon energy that's just kind of bringing all of these like internal stuff out, maybe I should hibernate during this month, or this week rather. If that's the pattern that I'm picking up, right? The swellingness, the achiness, the emotional discord. And, you know, I mean, people talk about it all the time as a myth, right? Of like, oh yeah, the moon, the full moon. People get a little crazy with the full moon. A lot more drama occurs around the full moon. I think there's truth behind it. That's just my perspective. I mean, there's just too many examples to not, you know, be a major coincidence or be some type of truth. But, you know, if you believe. So yeah, I just wanted to follow up on that other video and just kind of clarify that a little bit more, you know, as my day's been going on. More interactions that I'm having with other people are coming up. And like I said, I'm learning. Every interaction that I have with someone, I'm always learning. I'm opening myself up to learning. And it's been a wonderful process and experience to just kind of be in the student learner role, even in the position that I hold at work. It really lends itself to moments of transformation. So yeah, just wanted to share that. All right. Hopefully that's it for now. Thanks.